Yeah. And then I see one of the comments there. Will Larson get in one? Yeah, he'll probably be in drag week, I would imagine.
No
And
doubt.
then I know that if he picked one of Matt's events, he's been at Matt's events before, and they finally just broke his record last year for Rocky Mountain quickest overall for the average. They finally broke his average last year. But if he decides he wants to go to Rocky Mountain Race Week, Matt will let him in. It won't be a if and or but. I know Matt will let him in.
Look at this business.
Race Week 2.0.
Usually this time we would be saying Rocky Mountain Race Week registration was yesterday and they're sold out, but it ain't.
In 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I just think there's so many events, and then guys there's guys that have done Race Week and Rocky Mountain Race Week, and they want to try some different events, and I just think there's too many choices out there, and people can't get enough time off to do everything.
And we were talking to Narks earlier, and he said there's those Friday and Saturday it was 5 different events that were signups for.
Yeah.
5.
Yep.
So
yep.
I know a guy like myself, if there was no other events and that was the only one, I would sign up for it. But if I have 4 other choices and a couple of them are, and this is where we're going to get into the week-long versus 3-day events, me personally, in my situation right now, I kind of got to go for the 3-day events, just between being away from family, time off work, and in some cases, a lot of cases, money also. You know what I mean? If I want to do more than one event, I can't do 2 week-long events in the same year. I still got kids at home.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't. I am not. I could, but then I put everybody. You know, I'm not trying to financially cripple my family. I got a few years, and the kids will be out, and then we're going to be on the road all the time. But,
yeah.
So I think there's just a lot. Like John said, there's just so many options now. But
I would almost rather do the shorter events anyway.
Yeah, it makes more sense, like I said, for me.
I like them, but a week-long event's a lot, and then you throw in more than one a year. Like I was telling you guys before the show, in 24, I did 4 week-long events, and it's a lot. And I didn't have that much vacation time. I just went anyway.
Yeah,
I'm doing 3 this year.
Yeah.
And
well, how many did we do?
2 last year, right? 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But
we did Mega Week. And
yeah.
So
doing Rocky Mountain Race Week and back to the streets.
Yeah. Why do you guys think the YouTubers? Why do you think the YouTubers aren't doing Rocky Mountain, the big names?
A lot of them, like Cletus, is so busy with other stuff that pays.
He's not doing any.
He doesn't have time. Like, yeah. And I know that everybody kind of hates on him, but I'm actually a Cletus fan. I think what he's done is great. But when you're trying to do all the other stuff, sometimes I hate it because I feel like Matt's events where he got his start in the parking lot in Pueblo.
Yeah.
But when you have other stuff you have to do, it comes down to making a choice. It'd be like, to me, if I had a choice this weekend of I could go drive a car and a Craftsman truck, or I could do Rocky Mountain Race Week, I'd have to take the,
Yeah. True.
Right.
Yeah. Are you scrolling through those?
You got it.
No, go ahead. I thought my computer was messed up. Do your thing.
I was taking it to the next one so you could throw that one up there when we're ready for it.
All right. Well, there it is.
This guy did sell out. So that I think the timing of that is there's this race and then a week between them, or 2 weeks between them before race week. Yeah. So there's drag week and then either 1 or 2 weeks and then race week.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd have to look and see, but doesn't 66 fall in there somewhere?
Yeah, too? Aaron said the week before 60. That's when 66 is.
Yeah.
I think it's drag week, 66, and then race week, just back to back to back.
Yep.
And then you guys know this about these events, but it costs money.
Shoo.
Yeah.
Like
well, and if you're on a budget, and like if you entered all of them this year, you would have a little over $2,000 worth of entry fees before you even worked on your car.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I have $2,000 worth of entries.
And then depending on how you roll, like while you're out, when you throw hotel rooms and eating and fuel in there, I mean, a couple years ago, the first time I did drag week in 14, like I spent everything I had, like, and I thought, man, this is my only opportunity. I'll never be able to do this again. And then I didn't know that it was going to become a deal where we did 2 or 3, 4 of them a year, so
Yeah, stuff changes.
Well,
it does.
when I realized that 2.0 didn't sell out so quick, I'm like, it's pretty much in our backyard this year.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go to a week-long event, that would be the one to go to. That would make most sense.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to go check it out. Is there really spots open? Yeah. And I'm not complaining and I'm not talking smack, but it's $600 to enter that deal. And then you said $600, and then you have fuel and hotels and food and whatever might happen while you're out. You know what I mean? So it's not a cheap thing to do. It's awesome. It's a blast, but definitely not cheap.
Like you might be out on the road. Go ahead, John.
It's not all the way to Indiana or all the way to Pueblo. It's 5.5 hours from here to Great Bend.
Great Bend.
Yeah.
That's not bad. You can get up in the morning, load your junk, and be there in time to tech, and it's a tank of fuel to get there.
That's a good route. That's a good trip.
Some of these deals, it's a hotel on the way and a hotel on the way home, and 2 days of driving, and like I'm not even thinking about going to Florida for a freaking race.
Oh man, it would be awesome though.
Oh no, it'd be awesome, but that's far. That's you spend 4 days just on the trip there and home.
We're talking about going to Florida this summer for vacation. Take kids just go to the beach and be beach bums for a week. And I was thinking, man, I wonder if there's going to be an event down there while we're there. I can just drag the car behind.
Yeah.
And 2 birds, 1 stone would be awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how I would ever justify going.
Babe, if you're listening, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. But
if I went, I would have to borrow John's truck or Bo's truck just to get there. My truck, people would be like, "You're driving that to Florida?"
Look at this deal. John pulled this map up for us.
Yeah, this thanks to the boys over at dragdriverpete.com/events. You got this map. I think this is why things don't sell out anymore.
I agree.
Unless you were in like Idaho or Arizona or like North Dakota, I think you could sell out an event there. Maybe not. There's probably no people there.
Well, like traditionally, those guys have come to the other events. So because even way back when Matt started, there was guys from California and Florida and Steve from New York. There's guys that come from all over the country to do these.
But look at the stinking list.
Oh yeah,
it's long.
We went from 1 to 2 to 600.
Yeah.
How many week-long events compared to weekend events are on here though?
Man, I don't know. I can't even read the words. They're so small.
I don't expect you to know.
But there's I don't know. Is it half and half?
I mean, I don't know.
Either way, that's a ton.
Yeah. I think it's good and bad because it gives opportunity for everybody to do an event, and you can select an event that's more in your area. But then you get so many events that at some point it's going to start going the other way where they start canceling events.
Well, it's called saturating the field. When there's so much out there, then you can pick and choose in these bigger events that in the past they were the only event or may not the only event, but the event to be at because some of the celebrities, like, the YouTube people that were there and, the people that bring in the crowds, they were, back then when Rocky Mountain was blowing up and they still are. I love Rocky Mountain. It's probably the best one,
same.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But people were blowing off other events to go do that, So it's just, you can see where now it's leveling out, I guess.
Yeah.
Jared's got a point there because Rocky Mountain is still the only event that pays.
Yeah.
But if everybody comes to race for free, then why would you even offer to pay them?
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't. You just
like if I can put on a race and give you a guitar and a T-shirt and free entry next year and a trophy, that's what I'm going to do instead of giving you. I mean, Matt, they've got some races where it paid $10,000-$15,000 to win. So
I never thought about it, but it's safe bet that probably those guitars and helmets and stuff are more than likely donated also. So
oh yeah, I mean, I think Gear Vendors, he's donated all the guitars from the beginning. So
I agree with that statement right there.
Yeah. And then I see one of the comments there, will Larson get in one? Yeah, he'll probably be in drag week, I would imagine.
No doubt.
And then I know that if he picked one of Matt's events, which he's been at Matt's events before, and they finally just broke his record last year for Rocky Mountain quickest overall for the average. They finally broke his average last year. But if he decides he wants to go to Rocky Mountain Race Week, Matt will let him in. It won't be a if and or but. I know Matt will let him in.
Man,
and you'd be crazy not to.
Me being, I don't know. I would rather see him at Rocky Mountain than. I mean, I'd like to see him do them all, I guess, and go have fun with it. If I could sway Larry to go one event or the other, I think Rocky Mountain where I'd want to see him race. I think
that what he's probably looking at though is he was the record holder for years at Drag Week, and and then I think he wanted to go to Sick Week because there's been all this talk about the first 5 second average, and the thing about it is he's proven capable of finishing.
Yeah,
like I don't think I think 14 the year I did it was the only year that he finished, but he wasn't in competition when he finished. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he did something there that put them out of competition. He wasn't. They made it to the last track and they made passes and went really fast. But if I remember correctly, he wasn't actually in competition. So show of hands, who's still a little sore about Tom not letting him in Sick Week? Okay, not that Tom cares. Not that Tom cares what I think, but
but damn,
he could. I mean, I'll make my number available if he wants to call and ask my opinion because I usually have them, but he probably
share them,
right?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there's
I think even though I don't know, you could not want him to show up for whatever reason, but might be because it didn't want to compete with the guy.
I mean, that's definitely a thought.
Yeah. Nobody that even could have competed with Larson finished.
Right.
No.
He could have went and made mediocre passes for him and been top.
The bad thing about it is I really feel like if LaSala would have not wanted to do one of the other races and be an LDR trim, that he probably could. He's probably capable of winning that overall. And they're just well prepared is their thing.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of LDR, real quick, Jimmy Dale went 3s in his deal. Did you see that?
I didn't know that.
Talk about a guy that's fast track to.
Well, he put a video out today, and he was with, oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. Robbie Kohler. Is that the owner of the car and the whole team? Anyway, thanking those guys for all the opportunity, and he's pretty humble about it. Anyway, geez. What else?
Makes me want to get a YouTube.
Got a break.
It makes me want to.
I'm glad.
Yeah. What? It makes me want to get a YouTube channel, except for I'm probably too old at this point.
Never too old.
You're in good company.
Well, if you look at the guys, other than Finnegan and Freiberger, I'm old enough to be most of those guys' dad. I mean, my daughter's like about the same age as Cletus. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, something else way off topic that I wanted to talk about. You see where Ellington got rid of the turbos with the blue car and went with the ProCharger?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hart's gone. Hart's turbo's gone. Went with the ProCharger. He spoke really highly of the Hart stuff. He said he's got a great relationship with ProCharger, so he's sticking with him. And he's got tons of spare parts and stuff for the ProCharger. So we'll see how that works out for him. Next week.
So he was like mile an hour and everybody at that deal, but
by like 15 mile an hour.
But needed to go back to a ProCharger to compete.
Yeah.
The thing about it is he's got so much experience with ProCharger and them as a company.
Yeah.
That'd be hard to get away from. And the thing about it is, they're going to take care of him.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't see Tom after he broke for the rest of Sick Week. Yeah, that was kind of weird. He was kind of absent from his own event after his car, because in years past this has happened, and he's just got a different vehicle and at least went and made passes in a different vehicle.
Yeah,
not competitive. He's out of competition.
If you talked as much smack though as that about how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that, and then you break and then be like,
right?
Yeah.
We talked the last show about the Homer Simpson disappearing into the bushes.
Yeah, that's him.
The bounty on some of these guys, and I looked at Doherty and I'm like, if we're going after a bounty, I'm raising Bailey or Lutz because they make a pass.
And the thing about this,
and I like Lutz. I'm not talking smack. And I like Bailey too.
I like both of them, but it's just like, gosh, like if I could get on here and be like, yeah, this year big block NA is going down. I'm building a car and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I blow it up during a burnout at the first track, and I'll go like.
You just disappear.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.